Hey fellas, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something a little different for you. I try my best to capture what it looks like from my seat when these massive trucks hit the road in the rain, and how driving conditions turn into a real nightmare real fast. So, stick around because we're diving into it right now. It's the night shift, so visibility is low and safety becomes a real challenge. Oh, and before I forget, we crammed a full 8-hour shift into a video that's just under 30 minutes. And trust me, you're gonna wanna stick around for the ending. It gets real interesting. Since the mine's massive and we can't possibly clear every stretch of road, we're focusing only on the hot spots. These are the critical trouble zones where trucks struggle to make the climb and things can get out of control real quick. Exactly what you're watching right now. We'll start right there, and that's the exact critical spot I was talking about. So like I said, we're kicking things off right here. Just gotta wait for this big boy to get himself out of that mess. I'll be honest with you. When these beasts roll by this close on a slick, muddy road, it gets your heart racing. But there's nowhere to run out here. So I just stop, hold my breath, and wait for him to pass, hoping he doesn't slide right into me. All along the road, you can see long skid and brake marks, which only adds to the fear and tension. But it is what it is. That's the job of a grader operator. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, all I do is drive around in the grader, not really cleaning the mud and just getting in the way of the trucks. Well, you're not entirely wrong. But here's the deal. In conditions like these, you don't hang around too long. There's no point in cleaning what's not critical. You go where it's worst, where the drivers call you over the radio, you clear that spot and move on. The key is to stay out of their way as much as possible. Trust me, I'm speaking from my experience. In situations like this, you've got to stay laser focused and well rested, with a clear head and no extra stress weighing you down. Because in these kinds of conditions, not everything's under your control, as you're watching right now. I turn the wheel left, but the grader just kept sliding straight. Same thing happens with trucks. That's exactly why keeping calm and not panicking is absolutely key. The dozer's down there. He's going to take care of that section of the road, so there's no need for me to stick around. We're heading uphill where the real trouble is. Steeper grade, bigger mess. I'm doing my best to clear the mud, but the ground's so soaked that it only takes one truck to slip. And then we're back to square one. But geez, just look at those long skid marks. Man, that tells you everything you don't want to happen out here. We'll leave that mud on the right side for the dozer or loader to take care of. It's too thick and heavy, and it'd take me way too long to clear it. Plus, I'd block up the road for the trucks. And that's the last thing you want in conditions like this, with the road being this slick. That's why I have to hug the edge and stay as far out of the way as possible. It's always a tough call. Do I clear the lane for fully loaded trucks going uphill, or the one for empty trucks coming back down? Judging by what we've seen so far, it looks like the downhill lane needs more attention. That's where most of them start sliding and losing control, risking collisions. So we'll start right here at this intersection and work our way down. See that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Look how it's sliding downhill. This is why it's so important for the operator to have a plan and strategy, to know how and when to tackle the job, and to set clear priorities in critical moments. Finally, dawn is here, and working and driving conditions are much better. Visibility is way up. The shift is almost over, and my job now is to make sure no vehicle gets left behind. At this point, the smartest move is just to follow them without holding anyone up. Let's see if everyone manages to make it up to the parking lot in time, since the shift is nearly done. That's right, dude. Work smarter, not harder. He raised the dump body to shift the weight onto the rear wheels for better traction. I like this. I like the way he's thinking. And just imagine, right when I thought everything was finally just fine and under control, it started raining. Right at the end of the shift. 2 more trucks were still out there. This one barely made it, but that last one, man, I felt like stepping out of the grader and walking to the locker room on foot. Let's see what actually happened. As soon as I saw this one was going to make it, I turned the grader around right away to check on the last truck. Since it was empty, I knew it wasn't going to climb out that easily on its own. And yep, this is the last one. Fucking asshole. 15 minutes till the end of the shift and he can't make it out. Just great. Bro tried taking a different route to the parking lot, but that didn't work either. And the rain just kept getting heavier and heavier. I kept trying to clear the mud as best as I could, but the rain kept pouring down. On top of that, the truck was empty, which meant it didn't have enough weight for proper traction. I'm gonna try one more pass, but honestly, I don't think it'll work. Might be best to just quit. I mean, come on. We've been battling rain and mud all night. It's time to go home, for God's sake. Well, just like I thought, he finally gave up. He realized there was no way he could get out, even with me clearing the mud. The rain was just too much. So he parked the truck by the canteen container, and I'll go pick him up with the grader. Too bad there's no time for a shower. The bus is about to leave. Well, guys, we tried to give you a glimpse of what this job looks like in conditions like these, from a grader operator's perspective. As you've seen, it's no easy task. It's full of danger and unpredictability. That's why we're here, to show you what it's really like working in a mine under such extreme conditions. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't hesitate to give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more adventures like this. Until next time, stay safe.